Alright, today we got a video from Alex Bell. It's a fan theory, aka conspiracy theory, on Barney, which we all love and grew up on. I know I was a fan of Barney. If you know me, you know that. Welcome to the channel. I should have said that first, but you know what? Better late than never. Here we go. Let's get into the video. Hopefully this doesn't ruin it for us. If you were a fan of Barney, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know.
Barney is a dinosaur that comes from our imagination.
Right.
This is what we're told in the intro for every episode of Barney.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
He is just a normal plush.
You know what's so crazy is 35 years. I just realized they said that. 35 years later. Dinosaur from our imagination. Never knew that.
Toy dinosaur that a group of kids imagine as this big, talking, magical creature that takes them on crazy, make-believe adventures and teaches them life lessons along the way, before turning back into a toy and giving us one final wink at the end of every episode. It's a very wholesome part of our collective childhood. But of course, if I'm talking about it, then you know that I have once again started to overthink a show that was made for little babies. And that's because there's another line in the intro of this show that's always kind of bothered me.
This is where it gets dark. Hang on.
But Mom has never seen him 'cause she doesn't know our secret. What exactly does this mean? What secret? Well, if you look back at the early episodes of Barney and the
Whoa. Mom doesn't know our secret. That's creepy. That is creepy.
Backyard Gang, you'll see that Barney's existence was actually a massive secret that the kids kept from their parents.
Would you all like to go right now? Shh, your mom will hear us.
Tina!
And just in time. Your mom's coming. Gotta go.
Barney! Mommy's coming!
And they never explain why. They even go as far as to physically hide Barney when parents come into the room. Which is strange, because if Barney is just an imaginary friend like we've been told, then why bother hiding him? And it's not like the fact that they have an imaginary dinosaur friend is the secret, because the kids are more than willing to tell their parents about Barney.
Who are you talking to? Oh, just one of our make-believe friends. We call him Barney. He's our dinosaur.
Well, Barney must be a very good friend.
So, what exactly is this secret?
This is sick. This is sick. What is the secret? I never thought that deep into it as a child, but now that I'm an adult looking back at it, this is crazy.
Secret that they're keeping from their parents? Why do they need to physically hide Barney? What do these kids think will happen if their parents see their imaginary friend? Well, this all takes on a whole new meaning when we look at the episode A Day at the Beach with Barney. In this episode, the kids want to go to the beach, but Michael and Amy's dad is busy working, so they can't.
That was Daddy on the phone, and he's got to work this weekend, so we're not going to be able to go to the beach.
So instead, they use their imagination to make Barney show up, and he takes them on a fun, imaginary beach adventure for the day.
Close your eyes and pretend real hard. And I'll take you on a make-believe trip to the beach.
But there's something that happens at the end of this episode, after the kids return home, that will forever change the way you view Barney.
This is the way we want to be. Want to be.
Where did they get the sand?
This motherfucker done kidnapped the kids. Barney is a napper, man. We never knew it this whole time.
The kids brought back a bucket full of sand. They actually did go to the beach. This make-believe adventure actually happened, which means Barney is not imaginary. He is real. And the implications of this are kind of disturbing. There is a large dinosaur man who regularly visits these kids and takes them away from their homes without their parents' knowledge or consent, and he's convinced them to lie to their parents about him and physically hide him inside of their home, because obviously any parent would be horrified if they came across this massive intruder who routinely kidnaps their children.
Would you all like to go right now? Your mom will hear us.
I mean, just look at how confused and disturbed they are by this bucket of sand. This is not an implication that I am making up. This is something that the show kind of directly tells us. Barney later has a song about stranger danger that is just so hypocritical and hilarious in retrospect.
Never talk to strangers, that's very good advice. 'Cause you just can't tell if they're good or bad, even though they may seem nice. Don't get in their car. No! Go back and tell a grown-up friend.
Don't talk.
This can't be coming from the same dinosaur that just took these kids on a day trip to the beach without their parents' consent. This is wild.
To strangers, unless it's me, Barney. In that case, it's fine. Don't tell your parents about me.
Right,
You
he
can
is
get
the
inside
stranger.
Of my Barney mobile. That's totally fine. That's different. Literally, the logo for Barney and Friends is a silhouette of Barney leading a bunch of children away from their homes. This is so weird and creepy once you realize that Barney is a secret that they kept from the parents.
Your mom will hear us.
And we've only scratched the surface of what's really going on with this purple dinosaur. So stick with me, because together we're going to truly uncover Barney's secret. After a quick word from our sponsor.
This is getting nuts.
EVE Online is a
Oh, I've been in a car accident again. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hi, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Alex Bale of YouTube. Can I have money, please?
Morgan of Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan & Morgan.
Did you know your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the biggest injury law firm in America. The insurance companies tried to Morgan & Morgan. Link in the description. So, what exactly is Barney? Because yes, he does seem to have a real physical effect on the world, but he's also just an ordinary looking toy that only comes to life if the children imagine him.
Either way, it's creepy. It's creepy as hell. It's weird. It's just as bad as Roblox. These kids playing Roblox these days. They need to ban that shit.
So, how is Barney both real and imaginary? Well, the intro of the show never actually says that Barney is an imaginary dinosaur.
Yes, it did.
It specifically uses the words, a dinosaur from our imagination.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
What?
As in, Barney is a real dinosaur that can interact with the world and be seen by anyone, but he can only be manifested from the power of children's imaginations.
Oh my
It's like
God.
he's some kind of supernatural mental parasite that feeds off
Weirdo.
of perception and
Freakazoid.
belief. It's like he's a cognito hazard
Told
from
you.
the SCP Foundation.
Freakazoid. That's what he is.
Okay, but then what does Barney want? Why is he secretly taking these kids on these adventures and teaching them things? Well, the main thing that Barney asks these children to do in pretty much every episode is to use their imagination.
Okay.
Use your imagination.
use our imaginations.
Which makes sense, because as we know, Barney needs imagination to exist.
Right.
But something really interesting starts to happen as the series progresses and more kids start to believe in Barney.
What? Who are you? This is our friend Barney. He's a dinosaur, and he loves kids.
Hi, Derek. I'm glad to meet you.
We're all members of Barney's Backyard Gang, and we'd like you to be a member too.
By episode 4 and 5 of the original series, after Barney has already been introduced to a few new kids, he suddenly gains the ability to magically bring children from their homes to him completely on his own without any warning.
Let me get the rest of the backyard gang here before I explain. I'll bring them all over. Hi, everybody!
And this is something that the kids even acknowledge is weird and different.
We usually call you when we need you. This time, you called us.
It's almost like Barney became more powerful because of the increase in children who believed in him. In episode 5, we also see Tina, a new neighborhood friend, now has her own Barney doll that she can use to summon Barney whenever she wants.
Thank you, Mommy. I can't go to sleep without Barney.
You're right. Barney is special.
And we know it's a new one because it has a slightly different design, and the intro still says that the original Barney doll still lives with Michael and Amy.
Barney lives with Michael and with Amy.
It's clear that Barney's influence and power is growing, and it continues.
This is getting dark. What the fuck?
Continues to grow every time they introduce Barney to more and more susceptible children. And this all culminates into the point of no return for this franchise. Barney's first ever live musical concert. This is when Barney spreads from just a couple backyard friends into a massive sensation, with tons of new children and even parents now believing in him. It seems by this point, Barney has become so powerful that his existence being known by parents is no longer an issue. Now, he is simply an unstoppable force that no one can deny. And also, we know this concert episode is canon to the lore of the Barney TV show because the kids later mention it in future episodes.
Hey, let's do that song we did in our concert.
This concert represents the moment when Barney's influence reaches a completely new level. We see tons of children, all with their own Barney dolls that they will later bring back to their homes to continue spreading this infection. And it should be no surprise that this concert is also the very first time that the dinosaur himself multiplies.
Let's plan a big surprise for the backyard gang. I'll use my magic and zap!
And this growth only continues exponentially as the years go on and we get more and more Barney shows and movies.
I remember around this time too. I think this is around when I was a fan, and I remember the big concert, and that was a big deal, and everybody going crazy about it, so there's some truth to what he's saying, man. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments.
Iris, Barney continues to multiply into more dinosaur characters. He is now able to fully reveal himself to any parent without any repercussions. The line about keeping him a secret is even removed from the intro, and instead of requiring a large group of children focusing intently for a long time to summon him, now Barney can almost instantly appear.
Barney, what do you think our last book should be?
And Barney's also reached the point where even if someone doesn't like or believe in him, they can't get rid of him.
Okay, Barney, you're really here.
That's demonic.
My imagination? And you're...
That's demonic. That is some demonic. That's demonic. They need to cancel Barney. I don't know if they did already or not, but Barney need to go.
About to disappear.
Cody!
I do not believe in you.
It's okay, Cody. I believe in you.
And all of this leads us to the Barney franchise's most recent and controversial development, the 2024 animated show Barney's World.
Meet Barney, the singing and dancing purple dinosaur.
Yay!
In an all-new animated series.
With a little magical help, the possibilities are endless.
Get ready to explore an incredible new world.
This is a reboot of the Barney TV show, and a lot of people weren't really fans of the animated redesign they did for Barney.
Hey, friends!
It more or less follows the same formula, except with one very notable difference. In this version of the show, for the first time ever, Barney is never shown in his toy form. He is now always just a large magical talking dinosaur, and unlike all the previous episodes, now he never disappears at the end.
That's because he got everybody that he need. He got all the souls he need. All them kids from the 90s, man.
I love you.
In this series, Barney can even fly and transform the world in ways he never could before. So maybe this latest entry into the Barney franchise is showing us Barney at his absolute most powerful, where he is no longer bound by a toy or the limitations of children's imaginations. And the smoking gun to prove this is once again in the show's intro, in the very specific way they introduce Barney.
In Barney's world, with your favorite purple dinosaur.
In Barney's world with your favorite purple dinosaur. For the first time ever, the intro no longer describes Barney as a dinosaur that comes from our imagination.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
He simply just exists on his own, because at this point, Barney has become such a global sensation that he has gained total dominion over our...
Told you. I just said that. Just said that, man.
Our world, and has completely reshaped it into his image. Maybe this isn't just an animated reboot of the Barney franchise. What if Barney literally transformed the world into this imaginary cartoon redesign, and what we are seeing here truly is Barney's world? And that is where the Purple Dinosaur story ends. At least for now, until we get that A24 Barney movie that's in the works, apparently. Yes, that's a real thing that's happening. But we're still left with one final unanswered question.
What's that?
Where did Barney originally come from?
The imagination.
I mean, maybe this is just a world where anything that children imagine can come to life. Maybe there's nothing particularly special about Barney the purple dinosaur, and there could have just as easily been a blue giraffe that took over the world. But remember, back in the very first episode of Barney and the Backyard Gang, before we ever saw Barney imagined into real life, there already was an existing toy dinosaur in Michael and Amy's home, and we never actually found out where it originally came from.
Oh, Michael, look what I found!
Barney the dinosaur! How'd he get in there?
They find him inside of an old box in their garage, and it seems like they're already familiar with him, but they don't know how he got in there.
How'd he get in there?
Well, I believe the answer to this question can be found hidden in the 1998 theatrical movie Barney's Great Adventure. But just a warning, this movie...
How does he have this much time on his hands, man? Like, you had to do some real extensive research to find all this information, man. Shout out to Alex, man.
The movie has some kind of unsettling implications for this franchise.
Join Barney, Baby Bop, and BJ in the magical musical adventure every young child has been waiting for.
Let's go!
Barney's Great Adventure, the movie.
Lots of fun.
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks way faster. Check this out. I'm gonna start with this loop that I made here.
In this movie, Barney and a couple of new kids discover a shooting star has landed in their grandparents' barn.
It looks like some sort of egg.
The star turns out to be a mysterious egg that they learn is actually an alien species called Dream Makers.
There's a dream maker inside. Every 1,000 years or so, An egg falls from the skies. A visitor from days gone by who has a gift to share for boys and girls around the world, for children everywhere.
Barney and the kids go on an epic adventure to try and return the egg back to where it first landed, and in the end, they are successful, and it hatches into this weird little alien koala thing who can show kids their dreams.
Hey, what are you doing? Look, it's me.
So that's the Dreammaker's gift, to let you see your own dreams.
It's just sort of a generic throwaway Barney adventure. These kids and the Dreammaker never really get mentioned again. But despite that, I believe that it is heavily implied in this movie that Barney the dinosaur is actually the same species as the Dreammaker. Yes,
Possibly.
I am going to be claiming that Barney
is an alien.
This is
Barney is a motherfucking alien. All right, that's it. Shout out to Alex, man. Barney is an alien. Tell me what y'all think about the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.